Hello, everybody. This is Kill Me Horde, back with another episode of Black Mirror. I'll just talk with Rory here.
When you talked about what they did to my father, what did you mean?
You shouldn't have come back. You can't go through what he did as a bairn and no be sick.
So his hospitalization was justified then?
Not for me to say. Before you think of putting down roots here, you should think on what the poison grown here did to your father. You can?
No, not really.
If you dinna mind, this door will no mend itself.
I'll leave you to it
So
then.
I can't enter the garden. Or the greenhouse, or whatever that's supposed to be. The fence is all but destroyed. The chapel's literally falling apart. Or will be. I have to go check out that gravestone.
Nobody left to mourn the dead.
Nobody cares for the graves. Apparently. Stop getting stuck on a rock. Well, that was a gravestone that he got stuck on, but...
I've seen this before. In the painting. This is the grave I saw in that waking dream or whatever it was. The grave my father buried something in as a boy. Who's buried here? If I could just... these vines are too thick. I need something to...
I need something to cut through these. How about I check out the interior of the chapel?
Locked with a padlock.
Why can't I look at it? Find a way into the chapel. I'd say the way in's probably back here. Stop! Just fucking go, you fucking tard. You stupid. Alright, I need a tool. I need a tool. You know who has tools? The man with the toolbox, Mr. Rory over here.
Rory's tools. A hammer, a tenon. Rory's tool. Rory's...
I want to borrow them.
The graveyard. Is it a family plot?
Aye. No matter how high and mighty, all the Gordons end up there.
A cheery thought. It's a shame we do not have the means to properly care for the graves.
Why bother? His bones and food for worms.
May I borrow your bolt cutter?
Maybe. If I ken what you need it for.
The graves. I would like to tidy them up. That way I can pay my respects properly.
Is that a fact? Why's that then?
They are my family. They deserve to be remembered.
Fair enough, laddie. Just grab it yourself.
I'm not telling him that I'm going to cut that padlock with it. I'm doing two things. I'm cutting the padlock and I'm cutting the weeds. But weeds first.
Better. Cecilia Shaw Nee Gordon. Aunt Cecilia. Now, let's see if there's something really buried in here. Another piece of the castle model.
Or the chapel itself.
Another part of the model. And it's stained with what seems to be old blood. Why did Father bury this when he was a child?
Because he got the shit beat out of him for taking it. Wow, this place looks like shit.
The place is crumbling. Not the safest spot to pray.
Say that again.
Being the chronicle of the family Gordon, as laid down by Sir Drummond Gordon, the year of our Lord, 1413.
Local legend speaks of this particular glen as being inhabited from time immemorial. Enigmatic, elaborately carved Pictish stones stand as timeless evidence of this. As for the locals, they appear prideful of the counsel they delight in giving to visitors. Traveler, beware. The Celtic peoples arrived in this place like a great beast, bringing with them the bloodlines that would eventually spawn the Gordon clan. Using their superior numbers, knowledge, and machines of war, they swiftly conquered the primeval Picts. With them, they brought too their religion and druid clerics. The magics these wise men used did shape forever the lands, even until this present day. It is said that the sempiternal burden our family carries rose at that time.
Yeah.
It is well recorded how the Empire of Rome did fail to tame the wayward Scots, that they did even raise a barrier to protect their mighty empire. What is seldom told is the truth behind their defeat. Our ancestors drew upon ancient powers to aid their victory, powers not easily fathomed by the fragile human mind. This aid did come at the greatest of costs, a debt as yet unsettled, a price we will continue to pay until the last Gordon passes to dust.
Yeah.
For the centuries, we Gordons made the land our own. Others did bow to us, as we kept the secrets of Skahandu, the secrets of the Black Mirror. Even as tragedy and madness did fester in our foundations, we held fast and steered the land through vile English attack and worse. In time, the Gordons and the land became one.
Oh, one more.
Some pages have been ripped out. The only thing left seems to be some kind of family oath.
In blood we are bound to the land we protect. To the truths we alone may conceal. I shall forfeit my life. Lest my clan should suffer, I shall forfeit my spirit to hold the darkness at bay. In blood we are bound till the day of the reckoning.
What on earth? Where's the call coming from?
Where are your pupils, sir? Is there a ghost? A ghostly ghost? There's a bubble.
Is this what madness feels like? It can't be real.
I'm under the water now. Help me, I am under the water.
All this looks like the bottom of a lake.
He's gonna be at the bottom of the lock.
What are you trying to show me? She's not holding a baby, but some heavy object to weigh herself down.
No! Stop!
I feel like I've missed something.
Fall again, bitch. The hell's happening? What the fuck just happened? I mean, obviously I just got murked, but like, when was my last save? When was my last save? Here.
You with this what? How this or in so in to the
I'm skipping it because we heard it. Work. Let me go touch the bubble and stupid shit.
Is this?
Touch the bubble. Boop. Go touch the plants. Let me move, you fucking shit-ass game.
What are you trying?
Alright, when I regain control, I'm saving immediately. I can't save. I legitimately can't fucking save. Let me look at you.
There's a fresh wound across her stomach. The figure up there must be Edward.
Okay, I got that now. Think I can climb up higher.
No.
Oh, I didn't read it. Edward say that he's taking the baby somewhere else.
Are you
Who the
all
fuck are
right?
you? No, I'm about to lose my fucking marbles. Yes!
Did you see her? She drowned.
Calm down, you're in shock. What were you doing clambering about in here?
If I told you, you'd think me mad.
Odd. That is just what your father said to me.
What? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Leah Farber. I treated your father at the asylum.
The asylum?
Let's get you back to the castle and make sure you are all right.
Yeah, let's do that. Get me back. You're gonna call me a madman.
What did you come here for?
I'm not sure your father's story is finished yet, and there are some things I still need to make my peace with.
What's this about an asylum?
As I said, your father was admitted.
Why? Who did that to him?
I did. But unfortunately, he managed to escape.
What? Hold on a minute. How dare you come in here and...
Told you? Your father was a madman. A complete and utter madman. Don't mind me. Please continue.
I want to stab you, kid. Sorry.
Well, what right did you have to lock my father up in a madhouse?
I was his doctor. I understand you are in shock, but you have no right to speak to me in such a way. I was trying to help him.
He's dead. Capital job.
Now, hold on just a minute.
Oh! Who's dead in the basement? Who's dead in the basement? Ailsa? Angus?
Oh, Jesus! Oh, no! No!
Definitely Ailsa if he's flipping out. Show it! Show it to us all, we need to see. Yes, sir, that's Ailsa. Ooh, her neck's broke. She dead. How long am I gonna have to look at this woman's dead body? Like 7 seconds? 10 seconds? 20? I don't know. I wasn't looking at my clock. This poor dude.
Eddie, it'll be all right. Pull yourself together.
I suggest nobody else goes down there. We should keep the room intact until the police can get here.
I shall alert them first thing in the morning. What an unfortunate accident.
An accident? You think so? Just after the madman's son turned up at our door.
And yet you were the one standing over her body with blood on your hands.
How dare you? I was too late. I was trying to help her. She...
There, my sweet boy. Let's get you to bed. Angus, would you?
Of course, ma'am.
Angus did it.
I think we will all benefit from a good night's sleep.
I know you may have no reason to, but I need you to trust me. I'm the only one on your side when it comes to your father's death.
Lady Margaret certainly isn't. But if I told you what I saw in the chapel, you'd have me in a padded cell, just like my father. Why did you come here? To make sure my father was successfully in the ground?
Yes.
With all due respect, Mr. Gordon, I will not allow you to speak to me or about my work in such a tone. I tried everything I could to aid your father. Your father was heavily drugged when he was brought to me, to prevent any further violent outburst, or so Lady Margaret had said. But something felt wrong, even then.
I shall take my...
Fuck!
So, what was my father like when you locked him up?
I didn't just lock him up. I tried to help him. He was convinced he was carrying some ancient curse, that he was being haunted by evil. I wish I had reached him, had been able to reach him.
Maybe if I threw you a bone, you'd get off my back. He used to babble about a dark force threatening him and our family.
Was that why he moved you to India? To remove himself from this place?
I believe so.
Yeah.
And yet here
Yeah.
you are, In the very place he sought to protect you from.
Who knows? Maybe there is an ancient evil in this place. An evil that drags us back no matter how far away we get. Even from the other side of the world. Father was obsessed with the history of the family for as long as I can remember.
Did your father actually believe his family was out to get him?
Who knows? Though I think what really scared him was beyond the physical.
And what do you think? Was your father right? Are there things beyond the physical?
He was a disturbed man.
I'm dismissing
He
it
saw
completely.
Things that weren't there. Things like a drowning woman floating in thin air. If you really want to help me, then let us find out what the maid knew. She was hiding something, but was too scared of Angus and Margaret to tell me.
You think whatever she wanted to confide might be connected to her death?
Maybe. Whatever I saw in the chapel, it has to be real. It has to be. A woman must have drowned herself in the loch. Because if it's all in my mind, like father, like son.
We
Don't
need
talk
to
to you.
examine.
To find out who killed her.
We're gonna examine
Be sure
it.
she was murdered before we start pointing fingers.
Well, I mean, I guess you are the doctor here. So let's go.
Angus will have the key.
Angus will have the key unless we find another way in.
We need to examine the.
Stop! I'm not
To be
looking at
sure-
the fucking maid. I'm looking at this.
Rory's not one for cleaning up after himself.
Stop getting stuck. Angus, where are you, Angus? I need to have a word with you, Angus. I need the key to the cellar. Give me the key to the cellar, Angus. I know not where you are, Angus. But you took the child to his room, so you must be up here, Angus. Not that room. Not that room. Let us go this way, Doctor. Doctor. Stop just standing there doing fucking fuck all. Edward?
I've read enough to know Edward was a dangerous man. Perhaps even a murderer.
Why did Margaret hold him in such high esteem? Maybe it is because you are a stupid man. I don't know where the frickin' Angus's room is. Go to the library. Andrew's gonna be in here. I'll say hi to Andrew. Andrew's a cool dude. Andrew! Stop getting stuck on chairs! This game pisses me off already. I'm getting stuck on fucking nothing. On literally nothing. I'm just existing. And it decides to make me move in a direction that I did not move. Hopefully she teleports. It seems the doctor can teleport. I want there to be a frickin' run button. Stop. Go down the frickin' stairs, you goddamn idiot. Oh, and nothing is helpful. Nothing here is fucking helpful.
To find...
To be.
Blah, 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 blah. God damn. It's like when they made this, they tried to like pull out the same magic that they used for Until Dawn and all that. Is he gonna be... I have the entire area outside to explore, with them possibly being outside again.
What is it? I'll get you back.
Stop monkeying around. Come with me.
I'll come inside in a bit.
Don't go.
Can I just have a few
It's
more
not a request, Carol.
Don't worry. I'll be fine.
What's happening to me?
David? Is everything all right?
We should make haste.
Yeah, really, especially if you're gonna lose your damn marbles looking at a tree. Oh, look, she's running to keep up with me now. Yo, I bet Angus is in here.
Nobody in this house is particularly chatty. Not even when I have an actual question for them.
Yes. Fucking... have a question for them then. You know, I'm going out in the woods. Bye, I'm going to the woods. I'm not talking to anybody anymore. I'm leaving. Ending 1 of 37.
Stunning. How curious. Come and look at this.
How about you don't get close to the water and I won't accidentally kill you out of rage.
Look, they form a clear circle.
This can't be a fluke.
Well, looks like one of the stones is missing.
A heavy enough stone to weigh yourself down with.
I'm stuck.
Something's carved into each one.
Let me look at these stupid rocks.
I've never seen a rose like this before.
I have. The gardener, Rory. He brought some down from the glass house. We need to examine the maid's body.
I don't care about the maid's body at the moment. We have to find Angus, who has the key to this place. Camera? My controller almost dead? No. It's perfectly fine. I don't understand. I don't. Angus. Where are you, Angus? I'll talk to Rory because Rory's smart. I gotta ask him about the flower. Angus.
That's an unusual looking rose. I noticed one lying by the side of the loch.
Aye, that's been me. A flower for the flower of Scahandoo, Cecilia.
My aunt? They're for her?
I grew 'em for her. She loved the roses, did Cecilia. No the red ones, though. Made her think of blood, ye ken.
Forgive me, but wouldn't it be more fitting to place them on her grave?
Why, she's no there, is she, laddie? That's not where she rests. And I don't much stand by your modern god.
Rory, what happened to her? What happened to Cecilia?
I'm not in the mood to open old wounds, laddie.
There are some
Runes.
strange markings carved into the stones on the shore.
Runes, aye. I'm old-fashioned, I suppose. Still hold to the old ways.
Superstitions don't gain validity just by being believed in for a long time.
I'd watch that. Your precious science doesn't have all the answers, lassie.
May I have some of the roses, Rory? I'd like to place them on Cecilia's grave.
What's she to you? You didn't ken her.
No, I didn't. But she's family. And besides, Father always spoke fondly of her. He would even smile as he talked about playing in the gardens with her as a child.
He did he? Aye, well, that's good to ken. I should have some left in the glass house.
I'll speak to you.
Aye.
I'll talk to you later, Rory. Blah, 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 blah.
Sorry, lassie, but you can't go in. It's for family only.
Just hold on a moment.
No, it's okay. I quite...
Aye, you must.
Aha, she has to wait. Miss Doctor.
I know, it doesn't look like I have green fingers.
Well, I mean, you are blind, so...
Looking to break some more locks, laddie.
How does he know?
These are... dead as dodos.
Hard to raise anything beautiful here, ever since Cecilia's gone.
Okay, good to know. Now, this camera works the exact same as it does in the freaking Until Dawn game.
Are these...
Like Until Dawn and all the Dark Pictures anthology
Cecilia's
games.
roses.
They're beautiful.
I like to think so.
But they seem to be the only thing that grows here. Can you tell me about Cecilia? What was she like?
She was a lovely lassie, but she had more than her share of troubles.
Yeah.
Grandfather Edward.
You ken well enough, son.
You said she wasn't in her grave.
Aye, that I did.
Did she drown?
She did. Killed herself. Her body was never found. Now all I have of her is my memories. And they are not what they were. And this.
Cool.
That is exquisite. Cecilia made this.
She made it, aye. For me. Girl must have cut her fingers 100 times doing it. On the thorns, ye ken.
Touch it. Wumpus it. Poke it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not allowed to save at certain points. So it seems. I guess I could just leave and that's all I have left. No, I can't. What the fuck do you want? Oh, here. Whatever I'm touching here.
You are unworthy of the name Gordon.
Get away from her, you coward!
Ah! The scissors Edward used. gonna die.
Get lost!
You monster!
Who is that old woman? It takes courage to confront Edward like that. He scratched the word Baron into her arm. What a monster.
Oh, she couldn't have children.
They lied to me.
Who did?
All of them. It's me.
Losing my mind.
What just happened?
I could ask you the same thing. You started to talk to yourself. And then you were throwing your arms about like you were fighting something. I couldn't see what. You started bawling and the lassie came in to see what was going on. She tried to settle you, but you just went for her.
I saw an old lady. She wore a long, flowing dress. Her voice was strong, determined.
Sounds like Rosemary. She was Lady Margaret's mother.
Was Cecilia not able to have children? Did that anger Grandfather Edward?
Maybe you can see well enough too, son. Maybe you can. It wasn't her, it was her husband. He was the bother. Couldn't, you can?
I think so, yes.
Impotent.
Aye, well,
Impotence
Edward
beam.
blamed Cecilia for it. For picking the wrong man for her mate. You'll be fine, laddie. You just need some fresh air. This place can get to you.
That's fair. I'm out of here.
I need to know if there's...
Oh, I didn't know if there's proof of what I saw. How about I look at the,
The
this?
secretary should be... Here they are. How could I know? This seems awfully accurate for a forgotten memory. The crack is right
Examine.
there. Edward was furious. Seems like him and great-grandmother Rose didn't see eye to eye.
I bet not. Anything else? Can I just fucking get out?
Trust your instincts, laddie.
David, are you all right?
Am I all right? I should be asking you. I'm so sorry I hurt you. I don't know what happened.
Don't worry. I faced much worse in the asylum.
She's tough. I don't think it's possible to face her. Sorry again.
Maybe don't leave me outside like a naughty puppy next time.
Yes, quite.
That is not the way I want to hear that.
I feel like the
worded
madness that
again.
runs through this family, through these walls, is starting to seep into me too.
I can help you, but you need to open up. You need to start talking to me.
You would not believe me if I told you.
Stubborn, just like your father.
I think that Edward may be responsible for the death of my Aunt Cecilia. Not directly. She drowned herself in the loch. I think that Edward drove her to it.
Old families usually have a skeleton or two in the cupboard.
Yes, but my family has a graveyard full. Whatever secret this family is hiding, it's costing lives. My father. God knows how many more over the years.
Yep. Sounds like at least 2, yep. To the chapel. Angus. Where are you, Angus? Angus. Stop getting stuck on stupid gravestones. Angus. Angus. Fucking go!
I have to thank you again for coming to my aid in there.
I'm glad I found you in time. Thankfully, Mr. Harrison had made an educated guess as to your whereabouts.
I guess fucking nothing. Angus! Where are you, Angus? This game's gonna make me search every single room in this house every single time that I need to do anything. Do I have anything important happen? God damn, a whole thing. Poor Elsa, I tried to befriend her. In so doing, did I seal her awful fate? Was Cousin Eddie the culprit? I have suffered more waking dreams. Again, the boy leading me to the grave of my Aunt Cecilia. The boy, Johnny, my father as a child. How could I have known just what he looked like back then? I dare not speculate. Father often spoke of the madness, the tragedy of murder that infests our family's histories. I cannot help but think that Elsa, too, was a victim of this family as much as my father was. The chronicle purports to contain some answers, but can I really believe in a curse, in a black mirror, an ancient artifact whose power was used to drive back the Romans? And then there's Dr. Farber. Can I trust her? Turning up here at this time seems like a truly convenient coincidence. Jesus Christ, Roy. Can I talk to him? I like Rory. Rory might be a creepy old man, but he's still a fun dude. Let me go back inside. Angus. Where are you, Angus? I would like to talk to you, Angus. Seriously. This is important, Angus. Angus, where the fuck are you?
If
Hello.
you'd just like to wait out here, sir.
I need to speak with Eddie.
The young master and her ladyship are otherwise detained.
May I remind you, this is my house?
May I remind you that it is not yours yet?
Fair enough. There's no doubt about his loyalty, nor with whom it lies. Mr. McKinnon.
You may not, sir.
That's a fair point. I'm just concerned that some of the game in the cellar may have been caught illegally. Poached by young Eddie there.
Well,
I'd be happy to get rid of the evidence. For Eddie to be found poaching on another family's estate could prove embarrassing.
you're barely part of this family, but you have a point.
I do, and I don't think Lady Margaret would take kindly to any such embarrassment.
Upon reflection, removing the evidence may be the best course of action. Here you are, sir.
I'm not removing evidence at all. Thank you, Angus. I'm leaving now, Angus. Angus. I gotta walk all the way over here. Thank you, Angus. Fucking... He's so loyal to her. It's so ridiculous. That's why I'm able to manipulate him by talking to him like that. I'll put the whole deer inside of the, I'll put the whole deer in the
Good thing
dumbwaiter.
I found that map. He would have never given up the cellar key otherwise.
See, this is why I go around and look at everything. I did that with Until Dawn, too. Let's go talk and look at the body.
They seem to be a house full of carnivores.
What a horrific way to die.
Her neck's been broken, and with some considerable force, it seems. Her necklace looks like gold, albeit a plain design. And it's missing any form of pendant.
Still, well beyond a maid's salary. It...
Your stag is here, my little doe.
Little doe? Not exactly the usual way to address the staff.
Where's that sudden draft coming from?
The missing pendant. He threw it into the blood-filled basin.
Mr. Gordon? Speak to me, please.
Her clothes. He ripped a seam open.
We're all here, sir. All down in the dark. Something's coming. The attic, sir. She's in the attic.
What just happened? You look like you were in
Interesting.
some kind of trance.
Perhaps the lack of sleep is affecting me. Or the visions that you'd think me insane if I described them to you.
I know.
So
you're
she
holding
did
out
get
on
murdered
me.
by Eddie.
I am on your side, remember. I thought I'd proven that to you already.
Perhaps I'm misjudging her.
Your father wouldn't speak to me either. Please let me help you.
Or not. I'm not her patient. I'm not a madman.
Well, if you stop saying things like, you want to help me, then I wouldn't be fucking around.
Ugh, that's horrible.
You're not the one with your hand in it.
I'm gonna find it.
French. I don't speak French.
I do. It says for Clara, forever yours. Who's Clara?
I don't know. Yet another relative, perhaps?
Uncle
We should
Clara.
ask someone who's been around here for longer.
Aunt Clara. That'd be
How did you
Eddie's
know it was
mom.
there? The pendant, I mean.
If I told you, you wouldn't believe me.
A hunch. Eddie gave this to her. We should ask him to his face just what his relationship was with her.
This isn't another ghost story, is it?
Look, you wouldn't understand. I can't...
What I do understand is that we cannot accuse a man of murder without proof.
The seam really did rip when she tried to get away from him.
Am I done? Did I do everything? Am I done here?
The maid could never have afforded this. This is a trinket of the rich, not a servant. The maid could never have afforded this. This is a trinket of the rich, not a servant.
Excuse me, ma'am. Could I have some light, please? Ma'am. Stop walking into things like a goddamn idiot. Alright, let's go ask Eddie a question. go harass the dude. Fuck are the stairs? You know, if Until Dawn or the other Dark Pictures anthology games were as confusing as this one, I think I would die, like, a lot in those games. And by a lot, I mean, like, half the time I did anything in that game. We're gonna go talk to Cousin Eddie. Can I save? I can save. I'm saving. That's for damn sure. Eddie. Eddie. Stop being a bitch.
If Eddie really gave her that pendant, he might be her killer, and I might not be losing my mind. Mr. McKinnon, who is Clara?
The lady, Clara, young Eddie's late mother. A box with some of her belongings are kept in the library, as Master Eddie feels himself more a Gordon than a Mallory.
Well, he's definitely not a Gordon.
Maybe once I found out what...
Well, I had to go back, and I had to go hide in the library, and I had to go look around for a box somewhere in the library. It could be anywhere in the library. That's a big room of the house. But there's a box with Clara's belongings somewhere in there. I don't want to find them, but I have to. Not on the main floor, is it?
The belongings of Eddie's mother.
Oh, right there. Cool.
Recognize that?
The necklace. Is that...
A young Eddie and his mother Clara.
Yep. British
I regret
military
to inform
forces.
you that your husband, Corporal Victor Mallory, number 874511, was killed in action with the enemy on the day of the 14th of September in Ypres. Your husband was involved in an advance against enemy lines. While he and his fellow soldiers fell, the action was successful, and you can take comfort in knowing his sacrifice saved many lives. It was not possible to get his remains away, and he was buried in a soldier's grave. Please accept the condolences of all the company.
That sounds like they
Yours,
blew him up.
Captain Arthur Jones, 4th Army.
It sounds like they blew him up
Thank
and didn't
you
want to
for your
admit
last
it.
letter. My heart soars with every word of yours I read. I touch the ink and imagine your fingers are just inches from mine. That we can almost
Reading
touch,
these out of order
that I
doesn't
can almost
do any
feel
favors.
the warmth of your skin once more. Young Edward grows more like his father each day. You'd be amazed how he shares your looks. I long for the day that this terrible war is ended and you return home to us so we can be a family once more. I shall write to you again soon. Know that until then you are always in our hearts. Your loving wife, Clara.
The date. She was writing this when the death notice arrived. Oh, the poor woman.
That sucks. Is that all I needed? I just needed to come over here, look at a picture, read some crap. And then I gotta walk all the way back to Angus and tell him off for being stupid. And then I could be like, Eddie, you killed her. And it would be like, what? No, I didn't. I'll be like, here's some proof. I've got the pendant that you gave her. I don't know. Angus, you better let me talk to this fucker.
Eddie, I need to ask you about the maid. About Ailsa.
You didn't know her.
I know that you and her were... That is to say, I know you had feelings for her.
What? That's poppycock. You're as deranged as your father was.
David, really? You go too far with this behavior.
The police will be here soon. Would you not prefer to clear this up before they get here in case they link Eddie with a crime?
Now look here, young lady. How dare you speak?
That's enough. Eddie. My little doe. Strange thing to call the help.
How? It was just harmless fun, that's all.
Her clothing was ripped, as if someone was trying to force themselves upon her.
I would never have hurt her.
You gave her this. It was your mother's.
I did. It was.
Eddie!
I was just trying to cheer her up. She has nothing, and I had no need of it. You know she sends... You know she sent most of her money home to her grandmother.
You're a worthless liar. You think she thought being pressed against a dead animal was harmless fun?
How do you know? It's true. Elsa and I would never have laid a finger on her. We were in love. I helped her with everything, even with her chores. Rose and...
That's quite enough. Eddie, you are obviously upset. And you are not helping, David. Angus, will you please take the young master upstairs?
As you say, Mom.
That's right, Eddie. Be scared of me. I know more than you know.
I think you have caused quite enough disruption here. We shall settle this heritage dilemma first thing tomorrow.
I don't think so. I have more questions now than ever. About my father, the maid, this whole damn house.
Have a care, David. Need I remind you of your father's temper?
I would never.
Given the current mental state of Master Eddie, who should be a part of the heritage considerations, any discussion on the topic would be futile at this point. Would you not agree?
Thank you, Leah. Maybe it's a good thing you're here after all.
Impudent brats!
What's going on?
Man, I almost want to
Did
stab
you
her
notice when
myself.
Margaret got angry?
When Eddie mentioned chores involving Rose. What does that mean?
It can only have something to do with Lady Rosemary and Aunt Cecilia, and whatever the maid was doing in the attic.
The attic?
I saw the maid coming down the stairs with a tray, but there's nothing up there but an empty room, or so I thought.
Interesting.
Rosemary's up there
What
as
is
a
it, David?
ghost.
I have to see.
David, wait!
The ghost is showing me something important. But I'll have to wait until the next episode. But I actually can't do it until I get control over it again. Kid went upstairs. Why?
You
I don't want a long episode. Never mind.
What are you seeing?
Have to wait.
I'm not sure. Ghosts?
I don't know.
Echoes? Memories? I can see my father as a child. It's like he's trying to speak to me.
Perhaps you visited here as a child. Maybe you're remembering stories your father told you of this place when you were young.
You see? I said you wouldn't believe me. If I'm only remembering things, how would I have known where to find a pendant? How could I have known he tried to force himself on her? Unless you think I killed her.
I don't think you killed anyone, David. And you're right. I can't explain it.
So?
So, we focus on the facts as we know them.
Ah!
You saw the maid's body. Her neck was broken. That was the work of a human, not a ghost, yes?
I suppose so, yes.
Lady Margaret knows more than she's saying, that's for sure.
Godspeed getting anything out of that old hag.
No, I know. But Eddie might be an easier option.
Yes. Yes, we need to find him. And make sure Margaret isn't there to interrupt.
I believe she's already gone to bed, but I'll check. You go find Eddie.
You annoy me so very much, lady. Well, I'm saving. And I am going to end this episode here. So I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.